not to bray with laughter. We pass into an electric green reading room filled with fake potted palms. Dusty plastic leaves form an awning over our heads. Tracy strolls the perimeter of the room, first taking in the paint choices, then inspecting the zebra skin couch, topped with round fuchsia, yellow, and royal blue throw pillows. Tracy comments, "This room looks like Tommy Bahama banged a bag of Skittles." My friends are awesome. There's an enormous lion-headed water feature in the corner, and the window overlooks a statue of a bear on the patio. "So what do you think, kids?" Tracy asks. "Russian mafia or Italian mafia?" "But check out the window treatments," I protest. "Last time we were here, I fell in love with the thick white wooden slat blinds. Those are plantation shades." "Yes, and you certainly couldn't replicate those from Home Depot, could you?" Ooh, good point. "To be fair, Tracy, you've told me how much you love French provincial houses." "Yes, in Provence." I feel like I have to defend our bringing her here, so I say, "I swear this place didn't seem nearly so over the top with the lights off." Before she can get in another snarky remark, I add, "Plus, this room isn't what sold us. You haven't yet seen the adorable guest house off the back patio. Also, there's a pool and a pond. Do you realize if we buy this house, we could be all, 'We've got a pool and a pond. Pond would be good for you.' Every time someone came to visit. How hilarious would that be?" "Mia, you can't write that kind of check for a house just because you want to quote Caddyshack." "I guess we'll see about that. Let's just finish the house tour before we completely rule it out," I reason. We move on to the kitchen with its ropes and ropes of fake ivy and pretend grapes. They seem to have snaked their way from the entry hall, over the balcony, and back down the wall in here. The plastic vines are strewn everywhere, on top of cabinets, over the fridge, looped from the ceiling and woven into window treatments. Tracy grows increasingly appalled. "No, seriously, the owners have to fire this homestager. Hell, I might just email some photos to get it sold because clearly they could use the help." Then we get to the big dance. The 2-story family room with its trompe-l'oeil tray ceiling covered in columns and cherubs. Tracy doesn't notice it until I point up, and when she does, she jumps a little. It just gets better and better. To be fair, that wasn't done cheaply, I say, attempting to be the devil's advocate for the house. Coming around to agreeing that it might be tacky, but I really do like the pool and the pond. And I can't not say it again. Pond would be good for you. It's hilarious every time. "Oh no," Tracy agrees, "you're right on target there. Someone dropped a ton of cash here on these hideous treatments, thus proving the axiom you can't buy taste." Mac's been looking in the pantry, which of course boasts another ginormous chandelier, and comes out to rejoin the conversation. "Obviously the place isn't our taste. This is no one's taste," Tracy insists. Mac is undeterred. "But the reason we brought you here is to get your opinion on the bones of this place. Is what's underneath all the grapes and the sparkles worth salvaging?" Tracy pulls out a chair and has a seat at the rococo-legged kitchen table with the 5-inch thick marble top. "Here's my issue with that," she says. "You said the house was priced reasonably, but not great." Liz sits across from us and she nods, toying with the enormous bowl of fake plastic grapes in the center. They'd really need to come down on the asking price to make this place a good deal. And from what the listing agent says, they're not terribly negotiable. It's not a short sale situation, but you can see it from there. Tracy processes this information. To me, it doesn't make financial sense to pay a premium for expensive fixtures and then get rid of them. You're going to have to fork over multiple thousands of dollars to chase the ghost of Carmela Soprano out of it. You want to rip stuff out? Then I suggest you find a house that's priced accordingly or needs rehabbing. Mac nods. That's what I've been telling Mia. He turns to me. So this place, it's out of the running. Tracy makes a lot of sense, I have to admit. Should we go? I rise from the table. Oh, no, no, no. I've got to see what treasures await upstairs. I'm not sure what particular feature finally pushes Tracy over the edge. Whether it's the Wild West saloon doors, separating the hot pink master toilet from the hot pink sunken tub, the massive elk antler chandelier in the upstairs den, or the wire-enclosed children's bed that's supposed to look like a Princess Pumpkin coach, but instead resembles a Coast Guard marine rescue cage. She spends most of the ride to the city cackling and wiping her eyes. On the plus side, I'm so glad that we brought Tracy, because now we're not buying a house that can't be made tasteful. The downside is we won't have a pool or a pond, and either one of them would have been good for me. That's it.